Afternoon, guys. Hope you're well. Same process as ever. Mics on either side. Just let us know you'd like to ask a question, and we'll set an embargo partway through for 10:30 this evening. Step Naz, please.
Afternoon, Pep. Hope you're well. Steve Cooper has said Manchester City at the Etihad is the hardest game in world football. What do you make of those comments, and are you delighted that you've created that kind of environment here?
Oh, we'll see tomorrow. It's a compliment. Thank you so much to Steve, but they were able to do an incredible game in Stamford Bridge, and until the end they fought a lot against Arsenal away and against United with 0-2 after a few minutes, and last season we could not win there. That we make an incredible good game. We missed a lot of chances, we could not do it, so yeah, we cannot deny the last year and this year again. So at home we feel good, but tomorrow at 3 p.m. we have to prove again.
You mentioned some of the achievements for Steve. What have you made of what he's done, getting them promoted and reshaping that Nottingham Forest?
Well, the most important thing is the fact that when he took over the team last season, 2 seasons ago in the Championship, was not good, Nottingham Forest, and after making a camera run was promoted, and they struggled all season, but at the end they finished well with a lot of signs, and settle this is not easy, and they did it, and this season started really well, so make much more points than last season, and at the end is a physicality team, well organized, the pace in the transitions are really, really high, so just be careful. In terms of course we are optimistic to do what you have to do with our people and try to make the 6th win in a row.
You've highlighted the number of injuries. How important is this period going to be for some of your young players to potentially step up and shine during this sort of busy period whilst you've got those key players out?
But I said many times in many years, when young players in the squad training with us and ready to play, is because we trust a lot of them, we rely on them, and they can do whatever we want. Part of that, so we need the injured players back, because there are a lot of games we cannot play the same players for a long time, and it's important to have enough. But Jack is coming back. In terms, yesterday trained well, and maybe will be for some minutes maybe ready. And Matteo is almost in the last part of the recovery to coming back. But now we lost Bernardo for a few days, and John and Kevin, and they are still out.
I bet. On Bernardo then, what is the diagnosis? How long do you expect him to be out for?
No, I have a little injury. It's not nothing much. The clinical development is good, but I know 1 week, 10 days, 1 week, 2 weeks will be out.
Last season you seem to be kind of okay on the injury front. I know you like to work with a smaller squad. This season at the start, it's kind of all happened at once. Is there a reason behind that?
A lot of games.
It is just overloaded games, is it?
Absolutely. With less games, less injuries. A lot of games, a lot of seasons in a row with not much rest. This is just that. So we demand to the players a lot of effort, a lot of games, and sometimes they cannot sustain it, and sometimes it's unlucky. So the Jack was out in Sheffield, it was an incredible knock, his knee, and that's football, it happened. But normally the muscular issues is a lot of games.
Fine, I know everyone talks about him at the minute. Rodri, is there a more complete player in world football right now than your own midfielder?
There's an exceptional holding midfielder. No doubt about that. It's exceptional. As complete or not complete, I don't know.
Pep, good afternoon. If you win tomorrow, that's 18 points from 6 games, which is better than the start last season in the Premier League. How delighted and how surprised have you been at the way your players have started this season, bearing in mind we thought maybe there might be an after effect of winning the treble?
When we arrived here 7, 8 years ago, we make 6 to 6. Yeah, we finished 3rd or 4th, I don't remember. So it's just the beginning. So it's important to get points, and because the competition is hard, the opponents some of them don't miss much points, but it's just at the beginning. So, but it's important to get points, definitely.
Having had the experience of winning the treble, is this an easier squad to manage now this season? Do they know what they have to do and must?
All the squads were so easy to handle it. The squads are really, really good. All of them. And the teams were really good. And the success that now belongs to the success the players of the past, because we learn of them, we improve what we have done in the past. So it's a consequences. I'm not going to say this team is better than the previous one, and the previous one is better than the previous one. So every team, the club, give it to me, to us, staff, backroom, manager staff, is always have been really good.
And how impressed have you been with Alvarez? Because he seemed to be in and out last season. This season you've played him in all 5 games so far. He's waited very patiently for his chance and seems to be taking it with both hands.
Always have a good behavior. Winning, playing, no playing. Being world champion or being world champion, always has behavior. On and off the pitch was the same. Of course, the perfect doses of I would say, the perfect doses, I would say, of disappointment for didn't play. But you behave like that, always you had the opportunity. Of course, last season we had Ilkay and Kevin, sharp and a good moment. And right now, for the circumstances, for the injuries or for whatever reason, had these minutes, and he gave us a lot of good things to us, and yeah, and that's why he's playing. But he has to continue many games. There will be games I will not play and be ready for that. And with a lot of games, hopefully the players come back from the injuries, and everyone they have to battle and fight for the best position and play the games.
There's nothing else before the embargo. We'll set that for 10:30 this evening. Somewhere to start.